Most people teaching ecom right now make more money keeping you as a student than they ever made running a store. That's not a conspiracy, it's just the fact of the reality, and it's the business model they are using. The longer you stay in the loop of buying the next course and chasing the next winning product, the longer they keep getting paid. I run real brands, and in this video, I'm gonna give you the strategy that actually got me here. It's the opposite of everything that gets sold to you by these gurus. By the end, you understand why the people who are actually doing numbers get the results that they are getting, and why everything that the gurus say, when you implement it, it gets you almost no results. You've been told your whole life that by caring more, trying harder, wanting it more than the next guy, grind while they sleep, all this stuff, right? It's almost everywhere in life, but in ecom, it's the complete opposite. You have to learn to build systems, and you have to learn to manage a team and run a team, because you cannot build an 8-figure brand doing everything on your own, right? It's just not gonna work. I want you to picture right now the operator who cares the most. Every single second when he gets up, he's looking at the ads manager, he's looking at his triple whale, he's thinking, I just hope a sale comes through, right? And then you have the other guy, the flip side of the coin, he's like, man, I'm just gonna control what I can control. Every day I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna launch ads, I'm gonna test products. I'm still gonna review my metrics, but I'm not gonna sit there all day and looking at the sales going up. The thing is, if you care that much about something, then you don't already believe you already have it, and therefore it is not going to come to you naturally, because you're gonna believe that in order to get it, you have to put more effort in, which is actually quite the contrary, because you're not allowing yourself to detach from the outcome of actually getting there. The reason why most of you are failing at dropshipping, at e-commerce, is because you are caring too much about how does this landing page look, right? What does it make people feel when they buy this product? Instead of just being like, all right, I know the system, I know what I have to do, I'm just gonna launch these fucking ads, see what the data tells me, and then make decisions based off of that data. That is how you're going to get results. It's not just thinking about it all the time and just saying, oh, this has to be perfect before I do it, or I have to wait to this certain scenario until everything is lined up. Well, let me tell you something. There's never gonna be a point in your life where every single thing is lined up and then you can just say, oh, now's the perfect time to do what I wanna do. There's shit always gonna be fucking happening in life. So you just have to take action regardless. You stop trying to win. You're not giving up, right? But you're detaching from that outcome. You see your goals, you know that you already fucking have them. You feel what it feels like to have that. You embody that feeling. You act as that person, and you walk and you act with absolute fucking certainty. And if you do that consistently and you detach from every single little detail of how you're going to get there, well, that is a key to unlocking the mindset that will actually get you there. Here's how it plays out. So the products, right? Most people, they launch every single product like it's life or death. Like I see this all the time. I'm on Twitter and I'll see some guy saying, oh, today I went $200 negative, I'm gonna cry, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, you need to see it as neither good nor bad. There's gonna be fluctuations in Meta's algorithm. That's just how it works. You can't control that. If only we had access to Zuck, maybe if we start wearing a little top hat. That's a conversation for another day. So the point is, you can't control the Meta ad algorithm, but what you can control is, like I was saying before, how many products you launch, how many ads you launch, and then you can also make the right tweaks on your landing page, on your offer, so that you are doing the correct things in order to maximize the chances of success. Like for example, for me, right, in the beginning, I tested 18 products before I found the first winner. I wasn't worried about, oh, do these products actually work? How do they make people feel? I have to make this landing page perfect. Okay, not gonna lie, the first maybe 1 or 2 products I did, right? I'm not perfect. I maybe took a week or 2 to get those up. But then after that, I had a shift and I was like, why the fuck am I spending so much time making this? It's not even gonna get me any results. Whereas if I can just make a landing page, get it up in a day, and then make a system to continually repeat that, that's how you're going to get the fastest results. I still remember the day when I hit my first winning product and I woke up to like, $200 in sales and I only spent 100 on ads, and I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy, It's just about continuously following a system and just knowing that your goals already fucking happen. And that's just how you got to do it. The other thing I see all the time, whether it's with, people I've worked with, friends, students, is they don't let the ads run for long enough, especially with this new Andromeda update. Yeah, I know it's been around a while, whatever, right? Obviously on the first day, if an ad gets like a $10 CPC and it's spent all the budget in that ad set, obviously that's not going to be a winning ad. But more times than not, you want to let the ads spend for at least 3 to 7 days because of the attribution window, and then you will actually be able to see if it's a winner or not. And then what you can do, get those ads that are not doing well. Maybe they have good soft metrics, like they have a good CPC, they have a good CTR, they have good CPM, but they're just not converting as well. Maybe it's something that you need to tweak. Maybe you need to change your ad copy a little bit for that specific angle of that ad. So what I would do then is chuck it into a graveyard campaign, which I talked about in a previous video, and then you would be able to see if you would get the results. But the point is that you can't think, oh, I'm just going to wait around and see how these ads do. I'm just going to stare at the little metrics all day. You have to just be like, all right, I'm going to launch 5 ads every single day. What does it take to do that? So, if you're ripping ads, that could mean downloading 5 videos, sending it to your editor. The editor puts it into a Google Drive, then you upload it, right? If you're doing it all yourself, you just download those ads, edit them a little bit, and then just upload them. And then you just got to stay consistent with that, because the thing is, men and women, we all lie. We all are not consistent 100% of the time, but the system is what stays consistent and what keeps us consistent, right? I've seen this a lot of times when I've been running my stores. Some weeks will just be amazing, some weeks will not be good, and you can't control that, but you can control your inputs. So when things are going good, you want to keep putting the foot on the gas. You want to strap a fucking brick to it. You want to be like, all right, I'm going to keep launching the ads. I'm going to keep doing all the systems that I know are working, right? And when they're not going good, you want to say, all right, fuck it. I'm still going to follow this system. Maybe I'm not going to be as aggressive with the budget bumping, but I'm still going to follow this system because I know it works. I know the system works. I just have to follow it. That's it. And the reason why most people don't teach this is because they don't want you actually getting good results on your own. They just want to give you a little bit so that maybe you get a sprinkle of success. Like you might get, a 1K day or a 2K day or even a 3K day. They're not going to teach you how to actually scale to 7-figure months because they don't want you to do that, because then they wouldn't have you as a client. The whole industry is designed to make you consume. You feel like you always need a new course, new information, but the reality is you just need to fucking live in the trenches. And you will see from being in these groups, I'm in a lot of groups, right? But I don't pay to go in these groups. It's just groups that I'm in because people are doing numbers, whatever. They're just like, oh, hey bro, just join this group. Those are the types of groups where you actually get fucking source. And then you can use that and you can think for yourself and be like, all right, have I used that before? No. Okay, I'm going to try it. Maybe it gets you some results. Maybe you have to tweak some things. You have to think for your fucking self and you have to try things. This is what I did in the beginning. So I had a notepad and I wrote down, okay, this is all the stuff that works. This is all the stuff that doesn't work. I'm going to double down on what works, and all the stuff that doesn't work, I'm going to get rid of. I call it the rocks and diamonds. And I still do that to this day. I learn from people. Maybe I watch some videos sometimes of 9-figure brand owners because you can learn something. I'll take what's good, I'll apply it. I'll take what I don't like and I won't apply it. It's simple as that. I hope you guys got something from this video. I'm going to start being more consistent with this. And I do have a free community for 7-figure brand owners. It is completely verified and we have a bunch of incentives in there. We're also going to be hosting events. So if you are interested in that, let me know down below and we'll see if you qualify to get into there. It's completely free. Again, I'm not selling you anything. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.